From Luminar Share to better sharing with spaces is our topic today on Luminar Coffee Break. Let's see what we can accomplish in 15 minutes or less, starting now. Hello, everyone. All right, so today's episode is in response to several people asking the simple question inside our Facebook group: what happened to Luminar Share? It's no longer there. And yes, it evolved into the new spaces. And that's what we want to talk about today. So in the beginning, you Mac users, you guys have it made because, well, Mac already has a lot of this built right into the operating system. When you have a photo, doesn't matter what program you're in, you could put it through Photos for Mac or whatever it is, and then boom, it can go up online, go right to your phone. Us poor Windows users never had that. So that's why Luminar Share was created, so we could actually take our phone, scan a QR code, transfer the image from Luminar into our phone, and we had it, and we could send it off to other people. Now, the team did a remarkable job with that. It's older technology, but it did require using Wi-Fi, the networking, and it's not always stable, especially when I was traveling to conferences. And if you're on a conference Wi-Fi or a hotel Wi-Fi, it just didn't work. So, and it's nothing with us, it's just that's the technology. They came along and just upped the game to Luminar Share. To Spaces. So let me show you that. So here I have a set of my portfolio. So these are just images I grabbed, and these are images that I actually have in an older portfolio. All right. Well, what I'm going to do is this. I can export, and notice down here, Luminar Share is gone, but we still have public or published to spaces. This is the key. So I can create a new space, and then all the images I select will go into that space. Well, I already have my portfolio one that I created. So I can reuse a space, and I'll use portfolio, and from here, I can actually start adding to that. So, and just continue to keep adding images to that portfolio, and then it's instantly available online, and it's instantly available on my phone. So now keep in mind, you have to have the ecosystem for this to work, and stick around because I'm going to show you, if you don't have the ecosystem, then how you would do it using either Google Drive, Dropbox, or your iCloud. But for those that do have this, this is amazing because now you could take those incredible photos that you're doing and create a little mini portfolio for it. Now, I'll use the example that we did when we went to Iceland. And a lot of the people here that are watching this live in Zoom went with us. Well, imagine this. Imagine doing these breathtaking photos on location, and you want to share it with your family and friends. What I would have to do is just dump them to my phone, text them to my sister, my family. It was cumbersome. Now, with Spaces, what we can do is create one portfolio. Then all my edits from that point on, I just keep adding it to that. And then they will see it in real time. The moment I update something and it's on their side, they'll see it really quick. So here I am right here in the Spaces. I can open it. I can share it. I can copy this link. So I am going to open it. And let me get out of here. There we go. So now we're online. And everything you saw in Luminar Neo is now on my portfolio, and I can share that with family and friends. I can download them to my phone, and I'll show you how I'm going to use it on my phone in a moment. But what's really cool is this. Notice up in here, that little icon. Well, if you click on it, well, it's going to show you all your spaces. Ooh, but look at this. You can get to your Skylum account from here. Now, obviously, I'm signed in. If I weren't signed in, I wouldn't see all these options. But here's the part that I'm really excited about. I'm going to click on Edit, Now I can add from here, I can add photos from outside Luminar Neo. So I could grab some of my photos. Let's say I'm doing this on another laptop. I could take those images and add them here to this portfolio online. And then when I go back in to Luminar Neo, I'll see those same images. So that's one. Another option is you click on this little gear icon. If you don't want people to download your images, you can just click this and it shuts it off. Here, show metadata, I don't mind. I leave it on there just if you want to check out the metadata, that's fine. And then of course I can copy the link here and send it off to my family and friends. If I don't want the gallery, I can come down here and delete it. So this is giving you a lot of really cool options that you could do on the web itself. Now, here's another option I stumbled upon. If I click an image, notice it converts it or changes it right here, right there, to the 4-way arrow, all right? Well, I can organize. What if I want that over here? And actually, if I'm doing portfolios like this would come down here. I want to keep all of my landscape shots that are very similar here. And then let's see, these are all portrait ones. Nice, I got all these. And again, I can take this one and click on it. I got multiple selected, there we go. And once it's clicked, grab it, drag it, and move it. So, and notice, by the way, if I'm selecting multiple ones, I can't drag two at the same time. So that little gold right here, the border, if you see that, that means only that one can be moved. So if I want to move this one here, now I have the option, and I'll just move it back up in here. So if I click on it, oh, that's already selected. There we go. From here, I can select these, and I have it all set. I'm going to get rid of that edit. Now, if I click on the image, I can see the info right here. I could download it right up in here. And then I could share it, like I said, with my family. And here I am. So I'm just using the arrow keys. All right. So we got that down. Now, this is extremely risky whenever you're doing this live. Let's get to it over here. I'm going to share my phone. Okay, good. So I'm already on the portfolio. All right. So I'm just waiting for my sister to send me a text, and that's not going to be fun. All right. So here I am. Now, I have it on my phone. So how did I do it? Well, I'm going to back out of this, and let me go off screen for a moment. There we go. And let me get to the spot. There we are. All right. So I'm looking at this, and I do see Luminar, the actual application itself. I click on the application. It's going to launch my Luminar spaces. Now from here, if I click the globe icon, well, now it's going to give me all of those spaces that I have that's already synced inside Luminar Neo. And here we were working on the portfolio one. My sister-in-law, Kathy, a photo enthusiast, all excited, took pictures of birds with her iPhone out her kitchen window. Asked me, could you quickly edit these? I did. And then I did create a little portfolio for her, just a couple images. She shares that with all of her family and friends. But look what we're doing here again. I have this here, and it's set. What you're seeing is my phone. So now that it's on my phone, well, I can come in here and download all 39 images to my phone, or I can just click on one image and then just download that one image itself. Now, why is that so critical, or why am I so excited about that? Well, I no longer have to do it the old way. So the old way before Luminar Share came along, I would email myself the photo. And then once I got the photo, then I would download it to my phone, save it to my galleries, send it off to people. Then I realized, you know what? What's a better solution? Well, then I use Google Drive. Since if you don't have the ecosystem, if you have Luminar Neo but not the ecosystem, that's okay. What you'll do instead, a more efficient way, would be to, if you're on a Windows, export it to a Google Drive folder that's on your computer. Now it's automatically synced to your phone. You just open up Drive, Google Drive on your phone, go to that folder, and you drop it in. So once you do that, I think, to me, it's a great way to quickly export an image on your computer to your phone, then off to the internet itself. If you're a Mac user, there are so many options you can do with Mac. You can put them in your own your photos for Mac, and then it'll appear there. So look what the team did. The team realized that that is a pain point. That's why they created Spaces, because with all the other options I just told you, you don't have portfolios. You can't make a beautiful portfolio like this, reorganize it, and do some really cool things with it. So to me, that right there is absolutely amazing. Now I want to show you one more thing, which, let's see if I have it right here. Good. Yep, here we are. So, yes, now I'm going to do this. There's my portfolio. Now, again, what we're looking at right here, in fact, let me see if I can make it larger for you. There we go. So you see my phone. Well, if I were to click on this icon right here, look at this. Oh, add to home screen. I click on add to home screen. I'm just going to name it my portfolio. There we go. Add. Do I want to add to my home screen? Yes, I do. And now that I did that, let me just double check. Put it off to the side. One moment. And get to there we go. And look what it just did for me. It created an icon on my phone. If I click on it, it automatically brings up that portfolio for me. So you can have as many of those portfolios as you want on your phone itself. I mean, I think that's amazing as a photographer, and just the way I like to share my content with others, I'm able to use that. So once again, the team answered the call. They saw that we had an issue with capturing or displaying our beautiful images, sending it to our phone, so they created Luminar Share. That evolved into Spaces. I can't wait to see what the team has up their sleeve next, but what we have so far, making your own little web portfolios, I think is absolutely amazing. All right? So if you want to see more tips like this, we are having a new series called Practical Edits, and that's there on YouTube. You can click on it, check it out there. Make sure you join our Facebook group on Facebook. This way, you'll get announcements about these episodes, and a lot of the articles that I'll be publishing real soon will be living on the Facebook group. All right? Well, if you're here, please stick around for the Ask Me Anything segment. For everyone else, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you at the next coffee break.